is going on, guys? My name's JPhanta, so welcome back to a brand new video. In today's video, we're going to be ranking all the farmable free-to-play EZA cards from worst to best. Now, this is all the current EZA cards on the JP side of Dokkan Battle, the 23rd of February 2019. So if there is added more, obviously this list will change, of course. So with this list, this is obviously my opinion. This is on a free-to-play player's standpoint, my point of view. Even if a card is worse than the other, all these cards altogether are very great. SA15 Supreme Damage is better than SA10 Immense Damage with a level 140 level cap, which will make their stats even greater than before. All these cards are usable in all pretty much their teams categories, but some better than others, of course, and some units have better categories. But with that said, obviously it's my opinion. Leave down in the comment section if you think my list is wrong and make your own list. So the first unit that we have, there's a total of 7 units. So in the 7th spot, which is kind of nice, you know, 7 is a very iconic number for Dokkan and Dragon Ball Z, is the EZA Piccolo. I'll talk about their units first, and I'll tell you why they're good and why they're bad. So the leader skill is Namekian's category, Ki plus 3, HP attack and defense plus 77%. And then he has a sub-leader of AGL types, Ki plus 2, HP attack and defense plus 30%. His super attack causes supreme damage to the enemy and raises defense by 30% for 1 turn. His passive skill, attack and defense plus 60%, and then attack plus 12% and 2 ki in addition per rainbow ki sphere obtained. And he can transform when the requirements are met, which is a turn-based. I'll go in that real quickly in a minute. His link skill is Z Fighters, Experience Fighters, Namekians, Brainiac, Shocking Speed, Gazer Respect, and Shining Limit, with 3 categories of Planet Namek Saga, Namekians, and Resurrected Warriors. So his transformation, once he transforms, his super attack changes from defense by 30% for 3 turns, so you can stack his defense. He also recovers 30% HP once only, and changes all AGL key spheres to rainbow key spheres. And then instead of 60% attack and defense increase, it is 70% with attack plus 15% and 3 key, and recovers 18,000 HP per rainbow key sphere obtained. So max output attack stat you can possibly get is 5 rainbow orbs times by 15, which is going to be quick math 75%, plus the 70% you get at the start of the turn, 145% attack boost, and then 70% defense, which is really good. No doubt about that. The big problems about this guy to me is the categories that he's in, as well as his own leader skill. So starting from the top, leader skill, Namekian's category, Ki plus 3, HP attack and defense plus 77%. No doubt he's the best, I think, leader skill for the Namekian's category, although Namekians are not even close to being the top tier categories ever, and I don't think they will ever will unless Piccolo in the Dragon Ball series gets some godly ki. There's nothing wrong about the super attacks. The passive skill is not too bad. It's just that some of the units get better, and it's very, very, very rare to get 5 rainbow orbs to even max out to 145% attack boost. The transformation is definitely really, really good. I'm really kind of tied between 7th and 6th, but I think when it comes to pay to play, the 6th spot just gets the win immediately. When it comes to categories, you got Planet Namek Saga, Namekians, and Resurrected Warriors. Obviously, Planet Namek Saga is dying at this very point. You know, Dragon Ball Seeker is pretty much the Planet Namek Saga V3, even better than Planet Namek Saga. Namekians, again, like I said, a useless category. And then Resurrected Warriors, this one's an iffy one. With the release of Oob, it's kind of getting more relevant, but until they release a pay-to-play Super Resurrected Warriors, I don't think this guy is going to be used at a lot of times unless you really need the heals. The problem is Golden Frieza, you know, reducing, you know, all your super class allies attack by 15%, which is very, very bad, of course. And you're probably just going to run extreme units at the anyway, and there's a lot of good Resurrected Warriors extreme units, so that's also a bad thing. His link skills, they're alright at best. You know, you have Shining Limit, Gazer Respect is not a thing, Shocking Speed is very good, especially for AGL. In a Super AGL team, this guy works really, really good, I will say that. You know, Z Fight is a very common link in Super AGL, especially for free-to-play. Experience Fighter is a very good attack link. Namekians, like I said, is not really good unless you are running Namekians category. And then Brainiac is actually pretty decent as well. So his links are not too bad. It's just some are scarce than others. And that's why I put him in the last spot, in my personal opinion. Although, Some of the top units I really haven't used at the moment, so, you know, take this all with a grain of salt. And his EZA is pretty easy. His max stats, though, they're pretty decent. 12,263, 12,908, and 8,023 HP attack and defense. So, really, really. Now, on to the 6th unit, we have the new Spirit Bomb Goku. Now, he's actually really good. Don't get me wrong. We'll talk about him real quickly though. Shadow Dragon Saga Key +3. HP attack and defense +77%. He's actually the only EZA free-to-play unit with a sub-leader skill of 50% stat boost and 3 key. So that's very interesting to notice about. Causes supreme damage to the enemy and raises all allies' defense by 30% for 1 turn. His passive skill is attack and defense +12% per key sphere obtained. And then when you grab a rainbow orb, it is a key +2, attack +20% in addition. So I believe not only do you get the attack and defense +12%, but also a 20% increase per rainbow key sphere. So that's a 32% attack boost due to rainbow orb. So that's really nice. He also has a secondary effect which randomly changes key spheres of a certain type to Rainbow Key Sphere, and that's only activated when there is a Shadow Dragon Saga category enemy. His link skills is all in the family, Saiyan Warrior Race, Experienced Fighters, Prepared for Battle, Saiyan Pride, GT, and Shining the Limit, category Shadow Dragon Saga, Pure Saiyans, and Goku Lineage. His full EZA stats is 11,056, 12,043, and 7,157, a bit on the lower side compared to Piccolo. So that's always something to notice about with the 12 key multiplier of 130%. So what is bad about this character? Shadow Dragon Saga, for free to play specifically, is a very scarce category. It's not usable at any point. So if you are very unlucky or you're just fully free to play like me, you're probably never going to run this guy as the leader. He does have a nice, you know, sub leader, but there's obviously better sub leaders to use instead of this guy. He has a nuking passive, which can be okay. But when you have a restricted orb changing part of your effect for only Shadow Dragon Saga, it kind of ruins it, in my opinion. The only Shadow Dragon Saga enemies that I can think of is the Super Saiyan 4 Goku, Vegeta, Omega Shenron, and probably the Battlefield if they keep, you know, adding the GT enemies in. His link skills are okay, you know, especially for his category. Saiyan Pride with Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta is a thing. Prepared for Battle, there's some Saiyans in there. Experienced Fighters with Goku and Shining the Limit is not very common, but it's still another key link. And of course, GT for Shadow Dragon Saga. It's very easy to 12 key super with this guy and help the other units that you have on the Shadow Dragon Saga team or whatever team you're running. He's got good categories, Pure Saiyans. There's not many Goku GTs to compare him with, so he should be an instant drop-in if you want a Goku GT. Goku Lineage, very easy to put him in there as well, especially with the Super Saiyan 4 Goku as your friend leader. And then Shadow Dragon Saga, once again, is a very good category, no doubt. For pay-to-play, that is. So if you have a pay-to-play, you have LR Goku, LR Vegeta, this guy is going to be a very, very, very good unit, because if you're versing Shadow Dragon Saga, you get the Rainbow Key Spheres. That will help out, you know, both Goku and Vegeta get their 18 Key Super, almost max out the Super Attack bar. And then if you do get the 5 Rainbow Orbs, I believe, if I am correct with the 20% plus the 32, you get, you know, 5 Rainbow Orbs max, so that is 100% attack boost, and then 5 times 12 is 60, so 160% attack boost is crazy, a crazy amount. And not only that, he raises all allies' defense by 30%, which will help them tank. Defense is becoming very important indeed, so that's why I kept him at the number 6. He does have some flaws, but I feel like as time goes by, they might add more Shadow Dragon Saga units, and it's just gonna, for free to play, and it's just gonna rise on the top. But most of these units above him do help both pay to play and also free to play, in my opinion. So next thing we have is EZA Gohan. I wanted him to be a little bit above, and I feel like he can be, but let's just go talk about this card. Planet Namek Saga category, key +3, HP attack and defense +77%, with a sub leader of STR types, key +2, and 30% stat boost. He causes supreme damage to the enemy and raises allies' attack by 20% for 1 turn. His passive skill is attack and defense +13% per key sphere obtained, attack +7%, and key +2 per rainbow key sphere obtained. So out of all the passive skills, this one's probably the weakest in my opinion. 13% attack and defense and the 7%, making every rainbow key sphere, you know, 20% attack boost. which is 100% compared to Piccolo's 145, compared to the Goku's 160. It's kind of, low for me. It was pretty much expected due to the fact that EZA Gohan was the first EZA free-to-play card, so you can't be too disappointed about that. His link skills, he has the same lineage, all in the family, same way race, Z Fighters gave respect, the innocence, and Shining Limit. Very poor link skill in my opinion. Z Fighters is nice, attack plus 15%. All in the family is pretty good for the 15% defense boost. Same lineage is pretty common. It's just not like that big key link, like prepared for battle, over the flash, shocking speed, or something like that. Same where he races, he's not a Super Saiyan, so he doesn't get Super Saiyan link. The innocence is pretty rare to find. Shining Limit is probably your best key link, and if you're pay to play, you probably won't be using that anyway. Categories though, he has 4. Hybrid Saiyans, Platinum Saga, Dragon Ball Seekers, and Goku's Lineage. Goku Lineage is, becoming a very, very good category, so that's why I left him pretty high up here. Dragon Ball Seekers is becoming one of the best free-to-play categories in the game, in the meta right now. Platinum Saga, he is the leader of, so he's obviously going to, fit in that category, but Dragon Ball Seekers just out trumps that category anyway. It's very rare and kind of weird if you'd run Platinum Saga but not Dragon Ball Seekers. And then Hybrid Saiyans I believe is going to come back very, very soon. All these release of the Goku Jr, Vegeta Jr, spoilers, they're up ahead in the thing, is helping the Hybrid Saiyans category be very, very good. In terms of stats wise, 10,580, 12,580, and then 8,580 HP attack and defense. So again, on the lower side in terms of HP, attack is pretty decent, and the defense is meh. So like I said, in terms of why he's like on the lower side, Platinum Saga, which he is the leader of, is not the greatest. His passive skill is not the strongest. His link skills aren't that great, but his categories that he's in is definitely making him just stay up a little bit, just a tiny, tiny bit. And those categories are still growing and will keep on growing, of course. So let's get into the halfway mark, which is the 4th place, and I'm going to put Vegeta Jr. It's very weird, Vegeta Jr., but let's go through the card real quickly. Hybrid Saiyans category, key plus 3, 77% stat boost, physical types, key plus 2, and 30% HP and attack and defense as a sub-leader. Raises defense for 1 turn, causes supreme damage to the enemy. Attack and defense plus 60% at the start of the turn, plus an additional key plus 2. Attack plus 50% for 5 turns after receiving an attack. So he is the first non-nuking-esque type unit that we're showing right today. 110% attack boost is his max, so a little bit over Gohan's, so that's really nice. And obviously it's kind of guaranteed as long as you get hit, and it's not like you have to grab 5 rainbow orbs, which is kind of rare in my opinion. Link skills is the same lineage, Royal Lineage. We have Infighter, GT, Super Saiyan, Golden Warrior, and Shining Limit with categories World Tournament, Hybrid Saiyans, and Vegeta's Lineage. For his stats, however, 12,942, 12,725, and 7,970 defense. So as you can see, his HP and attack is all very, very good compared to the 3 previous units. So that's awesome to see. But the reason why he's only making it halfway through, Hybrid Saiyans, like I said, it's not like the greatest team yet, but it's still catching up. So once Hybrid Saiyans gets a really, really good leader that provides 170% stat boost, this guy could probably shoot to the top 3, top 2. And, he has a guaranteed attack, 110%, so that's really nice. His link skills is okay. You got Super Saiyan, GT. So if you do go in Vegeta's Lineage, that's really good. Hybrid Saiyans, GT is actually pretty common, so at the moment for free-to-play, so that's really, really good. But other than that, Vegeta's Lineage is his best team, and he does have Royal Lineage, he does have Saiyan Lineage. GT is a really nice key link in Super Saiyan. He can fit in that team really well. World Tournament, they don't even have a proper pay-to-play category leader. Hybrid Saiyans is becoming good, and so that's why I believe he is in the middle spot, and he's only in the middle spot. He's a great unit, don't get me wrong. It's just that the top 3 units are just that much better, honestly. They're just too good to really put them in the bottom 4. So let's get into the bronze spot, which is the Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta. Now, he's a movie heroes category, key plus 3, HP attack and defense plus 77%. Tech sub lead of 30% and 2 key. Final Flash, as his super attack greatly raises defense for 1 turn and causes supreme damage to the enemy. Attack and defense plus 77%, key plus 4, plus an additional 50% when there is a movie bosses category enemy. So in terms of attack, he gets 127% as long as you're versing movie bosses. In terms of movie bosses, I thought it was pretty common. It is kind of common in terms of Battlefield, Super Battle Road, but there's definitely not that many Dokkan events for movie bosses. You got Janemba, which is pretty easy. You don't really need to bring Vegeta. Broly is probably the best thing to bring this guy in because he does have the event advantage. And then who else? Turles. Yeah, there's very few. Just like the Goku Shadow Dragon part of his passive. His Link skill is Saiyan Warrior Race, Royal Lineage Prodigies, Super Saiyan Warrior Gods, Prepare for Battle, and Shining Limit. He's got 4 categories: Realm of Gods, Pure Saiyans, Movie Heroes, and Vegeta's Lineage. His stats are 11,679, 13,961, and 7,949, which is for HP, attack, and defense, respectively. His raised defense provides him a 50% defense boost, if you guys didn't know. Now, why he's in the 3rd spot? I think I should tell you why he's in the 3rd spot when we get to Goku. But I'll tell you why he is good. At the very least, Movie Heroes is a very good category. You know, he's got one of the strongest TURs in the game. You know, very decent Movie Heroes leader for 77%. And his Link skills are very good. You got Super Saiyan, you got Prodigies, which goes well in the Vegeta's Lineage if you're running a lot of Vegetas. You got Saiyan Warrior Race. Warrior of Gods is good for Realm of Gods. Realm of Gods is a very, very, very awesome category still to this very day, even with a 150% stat boost pay-to-play leader. Prepared for Battle is very good Link skill, especially in Pure Saiyans. Realm of Gods, Movie Heroes, Vegeta's Lineage. Shining Limit is pretty common, and he will link well with his partner, Super Saiyan Blue Goku, providing him, you know, instant super attack and everything like that. I know that he's not guaranteed all the time for 127% attack boost, but 77% attack and defense is still very viable, and he does get that defense boost at the very least, so he can defend. He's a very good defensive unit when he's not versing movie bosses, and a very good attacking unit when he is versing movie bosses. So that's why I kept him in 3rd. He's got great categories. He fits in all of them, honestly. And the other reason why he's not like the top best is because you already have Super Saiyan Blue Evolution Vegeta, and if you do have him, you're probably going to not run this guy ever. So that's the only problem in terms of this character, unless you're running Movie Heroes. That's the only time where Super Saiyan Blue Evolution Vegeta just gets out-trumped. But onto the silver spot, the 2nd place winner, it's gonna be Movie Goku, Super Saiyan Blue Goku. Now, he has the same leader skill as the Vegeta for Movie Heroes. He's the AGL sub-leader for 30%, greatly raises attack, which is a 50% increase in attack, causes supreme damage to the enemy. Same passive as Vegeta, but when you're versing a movie boss, you're increasing your defense by 50%. His Link skills are Saiyan Warrior Race, Super Saiyan Kamehameha, Experience Fires, Warrior Gods, Prepared for Battle, and Shouting the Limit. Same categories as the Vegeta, other than the Vegeta lineage. He has Goku's lineage. And then for his total stats, 11,470, 13,763, and 8,241 HP attack and defense, respectively. Now, why is he better than the Vegeta? Like I said, movie boss is not very common. Not every time you're gonna verse a movie boss unit. And when it comes to that, Goku actually should be out-damaging Vegeta every single time, because movie boss category only boosts Goku's defense by 50% and not attack. Greatly raise attack. If you get the additional super attack, you get that 50% increase in attack. You're doing a lot more damage than Vegeta, unless, you know, obviously versing type disadvantage or something. Link skills, Saiyan Warrior Race, very good. Like I said, I think they have exactly the same thing. Super Saiyan Kamehameha is pretty common for a lot of units, actually. You know, everybody learns the Kamehameha at some point. Experienced Fighters is a 10% attack boost. Links well. You know, with a lot of Gokus have Experienced Fighters. Warrior of Gods, again, Realm of Gods. Prepare for Battle, Shining Limit, like I said, for Vegeta. He's just better than Vegeta in more situations. But Vegeta, when it comes to versing movie bosses, should outshine the Goku. And what's also another great thing about this Blue Goku is that he's the best Blue Goku out of all of the Gokus. You know, Kaioken Goku has a flat boost, so this Goku should outdamage Kaioken Goku. And the only competitor I would say is the STR one, or the you know, the AGL one, but the AGL one doesn't get, you know, the greatly raised attack, and he doesn't get the level 140. But I'd assume at some point the Kaioken Goku and the Super Saiyan Blue Goku might get an EZA, and that's when the Goku will be more useless, except in a movie heroes team, because obviously those Super Saiyan Blue Gokus are from the series. So yeah, Super Saiyan Blue Goku is going to be my second last spot. It's very tough to pick these ones, guys, so please forgive me if you think I am wrong. On to the final winner, and you guessed it, it's going to be Goku Jr. One of the first free-to-play units to get a free orb system, get free orbs. He was one of the worst ones until he got this EZA. This EZA bumped him so much. So, Dragon Ball Seekers, Ki plus 3 HP attack and defense plus 77%. In types, Ki plus 2 HP attack and defense plus 30% for his sub leader. Raises defense for 1 turn and causes extreme damage to the enemy. His passive skill is Ki plus 2 at the start of the turn. Attack plus 60% when performing a super attack, with a great chance of additional attack and defense plus 60%. Although not a guaranteed like the Vegeta, I believe, he does get a little bit more attack than the Vegeta. And still 60% attack boost is very nice, even if you don't get the great chance. It's like Hercule. You know, Hercule is still very, very good compared to LR Goku. It's just that it's not guaranteed, but when he does, he is amazing. The only downfall I would say is his link skills: Courage, Golden Warrior, Super Saiyan, All in Family, Saiyan Lineage, GT, and Shattering Limit. Super Saiyan, GT, and Shattering Limit are his good links over there. Courage, I don't think I've ever activated Courage ever in my life. Categories, he does only have 3: Hybrid Saiyans, Dragon Ball Seekers, and Goku's Lineage. And then his final EZA stats is 12,503, 12,527, and 7,928. So why is this character the best out of all of them? First off, his leader, Dragon Ball Seekers, is one of the best, you know, categories for free-to-play to this date. You have so many options. Another one is Hybrid Saiyans. There's so much support for Hybrid Saiyans coming out, like Giru, you have B-Pan, you have the Vegeta Jr., just some of the few that's going to make Hybrid Saiyans just a beast. We're just waiting on that great pay-to-play leader. And you already have, if you run Vegeta Jr., you obviously have a leader for that as well. And then, you know, this guy is going to be a hard hitter. Dragon Ball Seekers, 170% stat leader, LR. Goku Lineage is, you know, a very good category as well. He just has everything going for him. He has support with Giru. He has, you know, the categories to help him excel with amount of the, with 120% potential attack and boost. And, you know, he's free to 100%. What else is there to say? He loses that defense loss when he EZAs, which is awesome. And there's no other Goku Jr, so there's nothing really to, you know, replace him with until they release a pay-to-play one. And with Dragon Ball Seekers, there's a lot of GT units. There's endless amounts of things that help this guy be the best EZA card in my opinion. So that's going to wrap up the video, guys. I know it was a longer video, but hopefully I made this list as accurate as possible. It was very hard to list them all as they're all good, and they probably will be all used by me once I get my hands on them. So if you guys did enjoy this video, make sure you leave a like. Again, if you want to comment down below your opinions, your thoughts, who should be higher than who should be lower than who, let me know down in the comments. Let's have a discussion. Subscribe if you are new. Of course, we're trying to hit the goal of 30,000 subscribers. But as always, guys, enjoy your rest of the day. Have a good one, and I'll see you guys in tomorrow's video. Stay fizzy. Peace out.